Arne Skoog, the visionary of shortwave and his eternal legacy. Remembering the great DXer and the future generations of radio listeners. Arne Skoog 1913–1999. Arne Skoog, a pioneer in international broadcasting and the DX community, passed away on June 7, 1999, in his beloved home province of Jämtland. In 1948, Arne, then a young engineer at Radio Sweden, founded the program Sweden DXers as a way of keeping listeners informed about news in the world of international radio. Shortwave gained prominence during World War II, and after the war, shortwave listening became a popular hobby. However, hobbyists needed access to the latest news, and Arne thought the best place for them to find it was on a shortwave station. Many hobbyists say they remember Arne presenting Sweden DXers, which is curious since he never did. Arne wrote the scripts, which were read by colleagues, first by the English service and then in all of Radio Sweden's languages, except, ironically, Swedish. Initially, Arne gathered all his own news for the program, but soon listeners began writing in with material. Almost immediately, a written version of the program scripts was being mailed out to everyone who contributed. At its peak, there were between 1,500 and 2,000 names on the list, constituting a who's who of the shortwave community. When Arne retired in 1978, on the program's 30th anniversary, George Wood, who wasn't even born in 1948, took over. But changing times and new Radio Sweden management led to radical changes with the introduction of satellite broadcasting in the 1980s. The mailing list was discontinued, and the program became a twice-a-month English-only show called Mediasken, which increasingly focused on satellite dating and general Scandinavian media news. Arne passionately objected to the changes and tried to find support to reverse them, a criticism that did not make him popular with the management at the time. But Arne was no Luddite fighting the advance of technology. An engineer at heart, he embraced the arrival of the personal computer, and while he had dismissed satellite broadcasting as inferior to shortwave, Arne hailed the arrival of broadcasting over the internet. Arne Skoog was also one of the founders of the Swedish DX Federation and later the European DX Council. However, he rejected the sometimes expressed claim that he was the father of all Swedish DXers, although he and his wife Major Britt, whom he always affectionately referred to as Cactus, did seem to have quite a brood. In his retirement, Arne turned to his second pastime, violin making, for which he was quite respected. He taught many courses in this skill, remembering the great DXer, and the future generations of radio listeners.